The workouts featured in the following show may not be suitable for everyone. It is recommended that you consult a physician before beginning any fitness program.
Hi there, I'm Meg, the host of Fit Over 50, and I'm joined by little Fit Finley, who's relaxing on the couch. I'm a certified personal trainer and older adult fitness expert, and I'm going to lead you through some exercises that are safe for you if you're in your 50s or all the way up to your 90s or even older. In today's episode, I'm going to be leading you through a gentle joint workout that is focusing on your hips and your knees. If you've had a recent or maybe a long time ago knee or hip replacement, you will be able to follow along just fine. You will feel really safe and you'll feel great as we get going. All right, so we're going to get started. So we're going to start by doing some standing twists. I want you to bring those arms right to the side, and we're going to be looking over your shoulder. Now, as we get going, I will be giving you different options if you do have osteoporosis or if you have a bad back. So if you have either of those conditions, just move the arms. Otherwise, you can hinge and twist from your hips. So you want to go from side to side. Now, often when people exercise with me, they say, Meg, your exercises that you do are so gentle. They're effective, I can feel them, but I don't feel any pain as I do them. So I hope that's the case with you today, but I do want to encourage you to listen to your body. That is the Aim Fit tip of the day. Listen to your body. Do what you can and don't push yourself, especially if one side doesn't feel quite as mobile or as flexible as the other. All right, now from here, we're going to bring one leg in front, one leg back, and we're going to be doing a rock. As we do this, I want you to bring your hands up towards those shoulders. So we're lifting those heels, lifting those toes. Breathing in, breathing out. So really think about extending those arms back. Standing tall, shoulders are back. And because your feet are on the floor, this one is really gentle, really nice for those legs, really to warm them up. This is a great exercise to do right before you go for a walk. Let's do another 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Let's change legs and we'll do the other side. One leg back, one leg in front. This time, reaching and squeezing. I love doing this one because it really warms up that back and really encourages you to stand a little bit straighter. Reaching and bend those elbows. Make sure those elbows stay nice and low. Shoulders are low as we squeeze back. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Let's do another 3, 2, and 1. Great. Now from here, let's take those legs a little bit wider. We're going to start by shifting from one side to the other. Make sure your feet are wider than your shoulders. So a gentle bend into the knee. Now if you've had a knee replacement, you might just want to go halfway. And sometimes we do hear clicking and we hear cracking. So if that's the case, don't worry, it's okay. Keep on going. I think I hear my own knee cracking. All right, another 3, and 2, and 1. Now we want to keep those legs nice and wide, bring them in just a little bit, and you can keep those hands on your hips as we bend at the knee. So these are the curls. So maybe you just want to go halfway, or really think about kicking yourself into gear. Sometimes we need to motivate ourselves and we need to give ourselves that reminder, hey, get up off the couch. So this is that reminder. All right, good. Now from here, let's bring those hands together. We're going to bring your arms out and then in together. Get those arms involved. Now sometimes I see people lifting the knees, so really be mindful that we're kicking the leg back. So the knees are pointing down towards that floor as we continue. Good. Another 3. And 2. And 1. All right, now for this next one, we're gonna be focusing on just one leg. So you can bring your arms out to the side to find that balance. Hands on the hips is fine as well. And we're doing single leg curls. So this is excellent for the back of the legs, for our hamstrings. Very good for the knee joint as well. And like I said, you can go just halfway if that feels better for you. Good. Another 3. And 2. And 1. Good. Let's move to the other leg, shifting that weight over to the other side. So we're also working on balance at the same time. Good. Just notice if one side is easier or more flexible than the other. It is normal to have one side with less mobility, and especially if you have had an injury, maybe even years ago. Maybe it's been a while, but maybe you just found that you never regained that mobility fully. So take that into consideration. All right, one more here. All right, very good. Now the next one we're going to be doing is called the hip hinge. So we want to keep our hands right there by your hips, and we want to keep a straight back, especially if you have any back pain or if you have spinal stenosis, also important, or osteoporosis. So you want to think about bending your knees just slightly and hinging forwards from the hips, and then rise back up. Okay, so slight bend to those knees, leaning over, looking towards that floor. Good. So let's continue. Now what you're doing is you can think about pressing your fingers right into that hollow in the hip. And as you lean forwards, you'll feel those hips going back. Good. Now something you can add to this one is as you come up, we want to tighten up our core and squeeze the glutes to rise back up. This can help us with strength in the back of the legs. Very good for our hips, hip mobility. And if you do have any low back pain, this can help to reduce it. Let's do another 3. Good. And 2. Great. And 1. All right, very good. Let's stand up. Bring those feet together, and we're going to be adding a tap to the side. Another really good one for hips. So option 1, hands on those hips, tapping to the side really gently. Most of our weight is over that leg, the supporting leg, which can slightly bend. And then option 2 is reaching the arms to the side. Now I really encourage you to just do a very light tap, just like you're testing the water, finding out what the temperature is before you jump into the pool. All right. And then this can lead us to an extension. Extend the leg, lift the leg, but don't touch the floor. So we're working on stability. Tighten up the core. Opposite arms can help to keep us stable. We're breathing in and breathing out as we go. All right, and then let's go back to the tap. Tapping side to side. 3, and 2, and 1. All right, circle those shoulders backwards, grab a quick sip of water, and I'll meet you back here in a minute or 2.
This program is brought to you by the Ottawa branch of the National Association of Federal Retirees, protecting federal pensions and benefits since 1963. Visit federalretirees.ca to learn more.
Welcome back. So I encourage you to find a chair. We're going to sit down for our next few stretches and exercises. The first one that we're going to be doing is a leg extension. So I want you to lift one leg. As you do so, flex that foot so you're pointing your toe up towards the ceiling. And make sure you're not touching the back of the chair, that you've got lots of space behind you. So as you point that toe or flex that foot, you'll feel this right up the back of the leg, and you might also feel your thighs engaging. So from here, I encourage you to lean and reach with the same arm. So we're keeping that back nice and straight, but we're leaning forwards just slightly, and you should feel the stretch deepen in the back of those legs. So this is a really gentle one for the knees. I do work with a lot of people who have arthritis in their knees, and often what they find is that there's different movements. Even walking can sometimes be painful or difficult, but this exercise is really gentle, and as you can see, it's easy to do. All right, now what we'll do next is we're going to reach with your opposite arm. Now see if you can lean forwards a little bit more. If you have osteoporosis, keep your back straight. And if you can't touch your toe, don't worry. Just reach as far as you can. It's not about how far you can go. It's more about the sensation. And you want to feel that right up the back of the leg. All right, now we're going to focus on one leg only. And what I want you to do in between is lift the knee. So extend that leg and then lift the knee. So you're not touching the floor this time. Extend and lift. Now for the arms, you're going to bring your arms out to the side as you lift. Reach in front, out to the side. Good. Now as you lift the knee, you are also strengthening up the hips. Let's do 2. And 1 more. And let's lower. Good. Let's stretch that out by bringing your feet together, knees together. Take those knees out and in. And we'll move to the other side. So here we go. Lengthen that leg and lift the knee. Lengthen and lift. Now, really, again, work within your limits. Do what you can. This side may feel a little different than the first. All right, very good. Working coordination, working the brain as we add those arms. This is a full body workout, including brain work as well. So important to stay engaged, to stay focused as we exercise. It can be a great way to reduce stress because we're focusing on the movements that we're doing. All right, let's lower that leg. Woo, you can feel that burn. Let's take those knees out and in. Something else to consider is the stronger your thighs are and your hamstrings in the back of the leg, the less pressure your knees will have. So it takes pressure off when we build up strength around those joints. So keep that in mind. All right, now the next exercise we're going to be doing are some twists. So let's bring those hands together. If you have osteoporosis or a bad back, just reach with those hands. Otherwise, you can add a twist. And you can look from side to side. Just a reminder, you should be away from the back of that chair so you've got lots of space around you. All right, this is a great stretch to do. Feels nice. Nice on that back. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, from here we're going to be adding some side taps. So tap out to the side, challenge that brain by reaching out to the opposite side. All right, good. So out and in. Another really good one for the hips. This one I find is a lot easier to do when you're near the edge of that chair. Oop, opposite. Opposite side. All right, very good. Let's do another 3 and 2 and 1. All All right. Often when our hips are tight, our back can get tight as well. So walk your feet away. This next one is to stretch your back. Bring your hands down your legs as far as you can go, and then pause, and then come on back up. As you come back up, we're going to strengthen up the back by squeezing your arms and your elbows back. So hands to the knees, lean and reach, keeping your back straight, or adding a little bit of a bend. All right, here we go. And again, our goal is to not necessarily touch our toes, but it's to feel the sensation, a nice stretch in that lower back. All right, very good. Squeezing those elbows back each time. Let's do another 3. This is a great one to do before bed. I really encourage you to do this stretch because it will just loosen everything up, and it's nice and slow. It kind of slows everything down before you crawl into bed. One more time. Good, and squeeze back. All right, now we're gonna hold it here, hands in together and elbows in, and then squeeze back. So you wanna open up the chest, building up some strength in your upper back, and also stretching out that chest. Breathing in and breathing out. All right, very good. Let's do a few more here. Squeezing. All right, another 3. And 2. And 1. All right, excellent. Grab a quick sip of water, and I'll see you back here in a minute.
This program is brought to you by the Ottawa branch of the National Association of Federal Retirees, protecting federal pensions and benefits since 1963. Visit federalretirees.ca to learn more.
All right, welcome back. So the next exercise I have for us is to get us out of a chair a little bit easier. So we want to start by staggering our feet. So one foot is slightly in front of the other. And then from here, we want to bring our hands to our knees, lean forwards, and then press up through those legs. So this is a lot easier to do if you are near the edge of that chair. And you can place your hands on your thighs to help you get up, or you can bring your hands together right in front of you. So often my clients who do have knee problems or have pain in their knees or arthritis, I tell them to stand with one foot slightly staggered, and that does help. And in this case, you want to have your stronger foot in front. All right, so this is great for the hips, great for the knees, and it's such a necessary functional movement. Because think about all the times during the day when we have to get up out of a chair. So I do encourage you to start doing this one 15 to 20 times every morning, and then see if you can do it again later on in the day. Especially those of you who've been exercising with me for a while. It's good to still challenge ourselves and to add more repetitions. All right, good. Now another option, I'm going to bring my feet a little bit wider for this one. Another option here is to do a hip tap. So we want to tap your hips to the chair very lightly and then rise back up. So this is the advanced option. So this is still considered a sit to stand or a squat, but in this case, we're not fully sitting down. So we are strengthening those thighs in order to keep ourselves up. So let's try a few more of these. Another 5. Good, and 4, and 3, 2. Great job. 1 more. All right, stand up, and then you can sit down. There we go. All right, another one I really like to do for the hips are the hip lifts. Now we can start by lifting those legs nice and easy, sitting up tall, away from the back of that chair. And then option number 2 is to fully lift your hips. So I like to hold on to the side of the chair for this one and see if you can lean to the side far enough to lift that hip off the chair. Now, if you can't do this one, it's not working too well, keep going with option 1. You can add your arms as well. All right, so option 1, lifting those legs. Option 2, leaning so you can get that hip right up, right off that chair. And we hold on so that you don't go too far. Don't want to end up on the floor. Let's do another 3 and 2 and 1. All right, awesome work. So we're gonna move into a few of my favorite stretches. And for the next few, I want you to stand up. We're gonna stand right behind your chair. Good. So the first one we're gonna do is the hamstring stretch, stretching into the back of the leg, also the calf as well. So you can use that chair and then hinge forwards. You want your back to be nice and straight and reach down towards that toe. So the higher you lift your toe, the more you'll feel this up the back of the leg. And for these stretches, especially for our joints, we want to hold it between 15 and 30 seconds. So as you do this, keep on breathing. And then let's rise up. Let's do the other side. Heel to the floor, bend into that back knee, and then hinge forwards. Switch hands and reach towards that foot. Now, if you don't have a chair available, you can always support yourself by placing your hand above the opposite knee. All right, good work. Now, I like to move from here right into a stretch for the back. So walk those feet away from you. We want to hinge from the hips, keeping those legs nice and straight. Keep your back straight as well. And we're going to hold it here. So this is a really good one for the back of the legs, for the back as well. And some of my clients who have a spinal stenosis really appreciate this one because it takes off that pressure on the spine. So this one, you can hold it for 30 to 60 seconds. All right, now to slowly come out of this one, rise up, walk the feet in, and then I want you to take a big step back. Bend into the front knee. Now with that same arm, that's with the back leg, lift that arm. And where you should feel this one is right up the front of the back leg. Our hip flexors, they get really tight, and this is a really good one to do, especially if you are doing lots of walking. Let's switch sides. Take a big step back. Same thing, bend into that front knee. Opposite arm reaches up. Good. You can work on balance by reaching right across. All right, so good. I love this one. All right, let's take the step beside that other foot, and we're going to finish up by taking some deep breaths. I hope you are feeling good, feeling stretched out, feel like your joints have had a really good workout today, and that it's been gentle. Let's take another deep breath in and out. And one more time. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon. Have a wonderful day.
We hope you enjoyed today's workout. Don't forget to visit rogerstv.com for schedules and listings of other great workout programs that you can enjoy right in the comfort of your own home. Exercise is just one of the steps we can take towards healthy living. Be sure to safeguard your home against hazards that could result in slips, trips, and falls. Don't forget to schedule regular health checkups with your providers and enrich your body with plenty of rest, water, and nutrient-dense foods. Visit ottawapublichealth.ca or call them at 613-580-6744 for some excellent tips and publications on the many ways you can maintain a healthy, safe, and happy lifestyle. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.